I was in the middle of a meeting, and I get this text from my sister, and it says, our dad fell. And things go through your mind of, this can be really bad, or really, really bad. And we kept calling, and they're saying, well, ambulance is here. We're going to SF General. My dad fell, and he actually had a stroke at the same time. After we realized that when he's getting transferred away from the emergency room and into ICU, we kind of had to regroup as a family. And we're saying, okay, someone has to stay here with him 24 hours because of language aspects. And we requested that from the nurse and the team at the ICU because they put us into one room at first to discuss, what's going on. The neurologist, part of UCSF, came in and really broke down the whole procedure for us in a way that you feel safe. And it gives you that sign of relief when you hear that. But you still don't know because it's still a stroke patient when you hear it. And so after the whole aspect from recovery, he's home now. When you talk about medical and collaboration and the working cogs of a hospital, especially in trauma, that takes a huge aspect in recovery. We tend to forget about that there's family involved. Certain doctors are just saying, well, it's a stroke patient. You should think about either pulling a plug because we don't know how they recover. It's not the quality of life you're going to give them. We never felt that with SF General. It was always like, let's get him back mobile. He should be fine. He should be doing well. And you had that comfort aspect, even from the time the team brought him into ICU and out. They see those different changes in him, even when we're there. And they always had encouraging words for a patient. It's huge for a patient when you see that. It's pretty interesting too, because I see a change in my dad after going into that care. Like he wants to leave and walk and get out of bed and do these things like he used to. But also the nurses says, hey, you can't do this. You have to relearn how to do these things. So it was always that great feeling that you get when you see nurses partake in your family care and explaining things. Sometimes you can't even explain. Or in my dad's case, he wouldn't believe it after a stroke. He goes, oh, I just fell. And we had to continuously remind him he had a stroke. My family here in San Francisco is one of 8.